doom and gloom prepping on YouTube. That's all that's on YouTube. That's what gets you daggum views on YouTube. It's doom and gloom. Every time you turn around, this is it. This is it. 48 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours. June 8th, 2045. That's the day. We all see and hear that all over YouTube, right? That's what gets you views. Prepper Nation touched on this the other day in one of his videos. Now, you all know from my channel, we don't get a lot of views at all because we're not a doom and gloom channel. We come on, we discuss things, we give our opinions on it, and we listen to your opinions. I mean, every day we're hearing, 24 hours, 72 hours, a month, July 12th, 2062, that's when it's going to end, right? Nobody knows when this stuff's going to end. People are getting all panicked and upset over everything. You got the stuff about the draft. We haven't done a video on that because it's not signed into law, right? But the only way to avoid getting drafted now is you're going to have to completely go off grid, right? You're going to have to not have a social security number. You're not ever going to be able to go to school. You're not ever going to be able to go to the doctor, nothing like that. That's the only way to prevent getting drafted now because they're trying to sign into law or get it passed up to the president to get signed into law that you're automatically registered once you're born. Your social security number, that registers you, right? Now, of course, a lot of channels come on here and started telling you that this is it. This is what's going to happen. It's happening right now. It hasn't even got put up into law yet, right? It's passed one part and it's going to the next one, but they got a lot of junk in the bill that a lot of Democrats are saying we're not going to sign this into law once it gets up here, right? So should you be concerned about it? Yes, you should pay attention to it, but don't sit around and panic over it and automatically think that, your little kids or your grown kids, y'all know I have kids in the draft age now, it's just, they're always messing with us, right? They're always messing. When I mean messing with all of us, you've got channels on here trying to scare you every day. You've got the news. If you pay attention to it, it scares you. Everything scares you. Like this is it. We all know the world's going to crap, right? We all know it. You can look around and see it. You see the money you're spending every day, the items you're getting. You're seeing how much less of that you're getting for your money, right? We've talked about this. Let's say you was making $10 an hour, all right, the company gave you $20 an hour. You're like, all right, finally I'm making some money now. I can make it by. Nope. Everything else has went up. You're still making less. You're probably making less than $10 an hour once you figure inflation into all this, right? But this doom and gloom, I get it. We've just talked about this before. A lot of people like horror movies. Whether they want to admit it or not, they like horror movies. They like to be right on the edge of their seat, watching a movie or a good action movie, right? Right on the edge of their seat, just that's what they want from YouTube. That's what gets you views, right? If you have a small channel like mine, we may put out a good video. We may be the first person to break a story on the news, right? That, hey, this is going on, and then an hour or two later, or a couple hours later, the bigger channels in the news, the actual news people pick up on the story, but nobody hears it, right? Because we don't get pushed in the algorithm. Why is that? I don't know. This channel is just not going to grow. It's not. It's set up not to grow. I mean, YouTube has got us set up where you can use every keyword, everything you want to do, and you're still not going to get pumped out. But we do see more views when we come on here and we do a shocking headline and a shocking thumbnails. We'll go from 50 views to maybe 300 views. That's what people want. You've got Prepper Nation, he's not a huge channel, but he's in the 50,000s, close to 60,000 subscribers. To me, that's a pretty big channel. When you're sitting down here looking up, you're like, well, that's pretty big up there. But it's hard for him to get pushed out too. And it confuses me. When I first started watching him, he was getting a lot of views and then it fell off. And I'm like, what's going on there? But you got the bigger channels, you got your Full Spectrum and you got your Canadian Prep. They're growing, getting 50,000 views a video. You've got, Pinball. He gets 20,000 views a video, right? And it's doom and gloomer telling you what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And it's just not. Why does nobody hold them accountable is what I'm asking. If they're coming on here telling you that within 72 hours something's going to happen and nothing happens, why does people keep tuning into that, right? Why do they? Because they want to be on the edge of their seat. That they want that little feeling in your stomach, that little butterfly feeling like, well, this could happen. I need to get ready. Most people watch my videos, they're prepped up as good as they can be. They're just kind of adding here and there, filling in the holes, right? But as far as new preppers and stuff, when they go watch these bigger channels, they think that's what prepping is, right? They think, well, you got to have all the name brand stuff. You got to have the new stuff, the stuff this guy's selling at a store, because this other stuff's not even good, right? A lot of y'all know we have a prepping on the cheap that we do very often, and we have a playlist called Prepping on the Cheap if you want to go watch it. We show that you do not have to go spend a lot of money to get prepped up. You can buy stuff secondhand or a different brand than what the name, the big money brands, right? But I get it, YouTube is just, it's like a TV show. Prepper Nation said it the best. You might sit down and you want to watch TV, right? And you're sitting there flipping through your TV and you can't find, because there is so much stuff on TV, you can't pick just one thing, right? And that's what happens with smaller YouTube channels like mine. The bigger channels, the headline news, right? You flip your phone open or your TV open to YouTube, the bigger channels are there, bam, bam, right? The smaller channels, I would say less than 50,000 views or subscribers, it's hard to get out. It's hard to be seen. But people want that to be scared. They want to be on the edge of their seat all the time. That's what they want, right? We've been doing this now for over 4 years. Over 4 years we've been doing this, and we have just over 2,000 subscribers. We're nowhere near our watch time hours. Nowhere near it in 4 years. A lot of people ask me, where's your donation button? Where's your super chat? We don't have the watch hours. And almost 1,000 videos in our library, and we're still not there. Right? And then you have people, well, you should just quit. Nobody wants to watch you. Well, one thing I've learned very well over my 4 years here is I don't have a product I'm pushing. I don't have a sponsor sitting over here saying, hey, go buy this, go buy that. I don't have that, right? Maybe that's what gives you views, is you got to have a company that's backing you saying, here, push our products. We have reached out to companies and asked them, hey, we would like to try, we would like to test some of your stuff out here, and we have, standard sales pitch. And the reply that we constantly get is thank you for your interest in our company, but at this time your social media presence is not large enough. That's what we get all the time. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. Don't. But, that's just the way it is here on YouTube. I mean, some days you're just, if you're trying to make money on here, you're not going to make money. It's plain and simple. I don't come on here to make money. I come on here, like I tell y'all, because I like to talk to people. I like to hear what's going on in their area. I like to hear their opinions on things, because maybe their opinion is totally different than mine, and it could change my mind, right? But this shock and awe stuff, we just can't do it. You just can't come on here and tell you that in 72 hours this is going to happen. I don't care how much insider information you have. Number one, most of the larger channels, they promote mags, mutual assistant groups, things like that, a group. Okay, well, you're getting your information from an insider that's over here, right? Some of you are like, what's this got to do? Listen now, would you want that person in your group that's giving you all this insider information on everything else? Could you trust that person in your group to keep their mouth shut about what you have going on here? Not to get out here and tell somebody else? No, you can't, because they're already showing you. And another thing, all this insider information stuff, they got contacts in the military, contacts in the White House. Do you seriously think somebody with that high of a clearance, that's still active in the military or the government, would be releasing information to a YouTuber? No. No. Now, can you have somebody that has been retired from that or had worked in that field and just looking and observing and saying this is probably what's going on? Yes, you could. Guys, there's the video. I griped a little bit. Let me know your thoughts on it. Keep your head on swivel. Be aware of surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. That moment, you're the only person can do it. No doom and gloom here. Just common sense.